How you guys doing? Welcome to 32 Teams, where I'll review all 32 teams in the NHL after the 2022-23 season. This series will consist of an overview of the regular season, postseason, player stats, and my overall opinion about the team. We will start in the Western Conference and then move on to the Eastern Conference. Today, we will review the Minnesota Wild. Let's get started. The NHL franchise 23rd season since its founding on June 25th, 1997 was the 2022-23 Minnesota Wild. After losing in a shootout to the Vegas Golden Knights on April 3rd, 2023, the Dallas Stars defeating the Nashville Predators, the Wild secured a playoff place. On April 28, 2023, the Wild lost their ninth straight playoff series against the Stars, who beat them in 6 games. The Minnesota Wild's one and only head coach, Jacques Lemaire, elected to resign after 8 seasons with the team. Lemaire was well known for playing with a defensive first, trapping, and occasionally offensive style of playing. In addition to causing a complete overhaul of the Wild's coaching and management staff, Lemaire's departure from the team and the organization decision to replace general manager Doug Riseborough with former general manager Chuck Fletcher signaled a shift away from the trapping style of play and toward the popular up-tempo style of play that emerged after the lockout. The Wild won 46 of their 82 games and had a 46-25-11 record, or 103 points. Although they're still in the playoffs, they had 10 less points and a bit worse season. This may be because we lost to Kevin Fiala, and many other players are traded or signed to a different team. The Wild started their season with a 7-3 loss against the Rangers, and didn't win until the fourth game. Not a good start, as they already allowed 20 goals in the first 3 games. They won their first game against Vancouver and were able to make a comeback. The Wild had many winning streaks that improved their record and made them closer to the playoffs. They had a 6 game winning streak, a 4 game winning streak toward the end of 2022, and the Wild ended the 2022 year with a 21-13-2 record, a solid record that showed that the Wild were capable to go to the playoffs. They started their 2023 year with a good win against Tampa with a score of 5-1. The Wild then stabilized and didn't go down or get better. They lost some games, but then they were able to redeem them by winning the next game. They had 4 game winning streaks that were great. The Wild played their last game of the season against the Nashville Predators that resulted in a 4-3 in OT. This game gave them the record of 46-25-11, or 103 points. With this record, they clinched the playoffs and also landed them to third place in the Central Division. The Wild are moving to the playoffs. The Wild had a good regular season. Although they had last points in last season, they were still able to clinch the playoffs. Postseason. The Wild are to play against the second place team in the Central Division. That team is the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars are a good team and will be tough to defeat. Both of them are hungry for this cup and want to win bad. Game 1 starts and is 2-2 in regulation. It goes overtime, first overtime is over, and then goes to double overtime. And double overtime, the Wild are able to win it to steal Game 1 in a nice early lead. Game 2 starts and it's an absolute beating. The Wild are crushed and lose 7-3, making it an even 1-1. Game 3 starts and now the Wild is delivering the beating. They are able to beat the Stars 5-1 and now they lead 2-1 in series. Everything looks great until it doesn't. In Game 4, Dallas wins 3-2 and then they shut out the Wild 4-0. Everything changes now. The Wild are facing a winner go home game. They try their hardest, but it isn't enough. They lose 4-1, making them lose the series in 6 games. The Minnesota Wild season is over. The point leader is Kirill Kaprizov with 75 points in 67 games. Kaprizov missed some games due to an injury. He averaged more than a point a game, and he guided the Wild the right way. Even though he didn't reach 100 points like he did last year, this is mostly because he was injured for some games and the Wild were a different team last year. Next is Matt Zuccarello, who had 67 points in 78 games and led the team in assists. He has his best time with the Wild and he has his career highs in Minnesota. There are more good players such as Matt Boldy and Joe Eriksson. Matt Boldy is known for his great goal scoring for the team and Eriksson for his assists. The point leader for the Wild in the playoffs was Ryan Hartman and Matt Zuccarello, with both having 5 points in all the 6 games the Wild was in. Let's move on to the goalies. Let's go move on. I believe they're down here. This is the playoffs, so let's move down to regular season. We have Marc-Andre Fleury, and I can't say his name. Let's go down. Marc-Andre Fleury and Philip Gustafsson. Let's start off with Marc-Andre Fleury first. He has 24 wins, a 0.908 save percentage, and a 2.85 goals allowed average. Not too bad, which are all pretty good. On the other hand, though, Philip Gustafsson has completely better stats than Fleury. He has 22 wins, but only because he plays 7 less games, a .931 save percentage, and a 2.1 goals allowed average, which is impressive. These are incredible stats, which makes me believe to think that without them two, the Wild could have had less points and maybe not even clinched the playoffs. They both played on and off, and both never really consistently played many games in a row. In fact, Fleury played the most games consistently, with only 4 games, which shows that they both switch a lot. And let's move on to the team stats. We're looking at face-off win percentage. There, Anaheim is one of the not Anaheim, sorry. Minnesota is one of the lowest, 47.7%. Not so great, less than 50 shots against per game. Minnesota in like literally mid 31 shots per game. A bit high, but it's not too bad. Minnesota while in the goals shots for 31, so it's almost like the same thing. The penalty kill. Minnesota while pretty good, 82%. That's solid. That's a solid penalty kill. That's pretty good. The power play, Minnesota is almost mid-table again, 21.4 or 21%. Really not too bad. I would assume the goals allowed and goals for are almost the same thing. Uh, where are they? Minnesota. Bit low, which is good. It's really good. 2.67, around 3 goals. That's really good. Goals allowed. And goals for should be higher, or they want to be higher. Minnesota a bit lower, 3 goals. It is higher than their goals allowed, so good for them. And yeah, overall, not bad season for them. They had 103 points, made the playoffs, and they should be happy. It was a decent season for them. It really was. Now, what is my overall opinion about the Wild? I think the Wild are a great team that has many great players that are improving this team every day. Them making playoffs wasn't too surprising. They had a hard fought fight against the Stars, but they weren't good enough and lost to them. I think the Wild could get a lot better next season. For next season, I would like to focus more on Philip Gustafsson, who had a better performance than Fleury. With his amazing save percentage and goals average, they could have a more reliable goalie in the net that could make good saves for them and help them win the game. On my last note, the Wild are a great team that just needs to have a consistent goalie, which can easily happen if you start Gustafsson for most of the games. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I kind of rushed it a little bit. You might sound a little bit rushed, but it doesn't matter. We still got able to put the video in. I'm not sure if I'll upload tomorrow, which tomorrow is Friday. I may not upload on Friday, so I will break my daily video streak. It's tough, but it's a might. I may upload tomorrow, but I don't know. I might not. So if I don't upload tomorrow, don't be really that surprised. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, have a good one and stay safe. See ya.